From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Drew Blair in for Kylie Conway with your News 8 Daily 8 on this Thursday, April 7th. Your first headline is the farming and shopping impact of the Ukraine crisis in Indiana. Farmers in Indiana say the war in Ukraine is making it more expensive to grow crops here and will lead to higher grocery prices. Ukraine is one of the world's largest producers of fertilizer. The war is adding to backlogs that already built during the pandemic. We talked to a farmer in Henry County who says the extra expenses are already evident in things like ground beef prices. A 7-hour standoff in Danville ends with a man in custody. The ordeal started yesterday evening. Danville police say they went to serve a warrant on Robert Douglas Jr. after Fishers police let them know he might be hiding there. Officers say they found Douglas on the porch of a home on South Kentucky and that he ran inside when they got there. Officers eventually got inside where a woman told them Douglas had held her at knife point and would not let her leave. Police say they eventually found Douglas in the crawl space just after 1 this morning and arrested him. He's now booked on preliminary charges of resisting law enforcement and criminal confinement. Federal dollars are buying new technology in the fight against crime in Indianapolis. I-Team 8 says $9 million from the American Rescue Plan will pay for gunshot detection systems, more surveillance cameras, and license plate readers. IMPD leaders say they know exactly where to use the technology. They identified a 4 to 5 mile area on the east side of Indianapolis that has the highest density of shooting-related incidents and robberies. IMPD says the gunshot detection system relies on sensors that can pick up the sound of gunfire. This will be the first such system in the city. A possible vote today could confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer announced plans to close the debate on her nomination this morning. Jackson would become the first black woman on the nation's highest court. The second half of your Daily 8 top stories next. Haircuts could mean better health for men in Indianapolis thanks to a program that's celebrating 10 years of effort. Every Saturday this month, men can get free health screenings for blood glucose and blood pressure at some local barbershops across the state. The Indiana Commission on the Social Status of Black Males is organizing the opportunities. We have a link with the locations participating in the As Seen on Wish TV section of wishtv.com. 18 attorneys general called on the heads of J.P. Morgan Chase, Bank of America, U.S. Bank, and Wells Fargo to eliminate overdraft fees on consumer accounts. Indiana is not one of the 18 states. The AGs say banks make billions off the fees, and it's often the poorest customers who are hit the hardest. Richard Hunt, president of the Consumer Bankers Association, said leading banks are taking steps to help consumers avoid unintended fees. The Masters tournament tees off today in Augusta, Georgia, with the game's biggest name making a surprise return. Tiger Woods says he will play. He tested his surgically repaired legs and feet in one final practice round Wednesday, limping at times but playing well. This will be his first high-level tournament appearance since he crashed his SUV in California last year, leaving him severely injured. Woods tees off at 10:34. It's opening day for Major League Baseball. The league is returning after a 99-day lockout that delayed the start of the season by 1 week. Thank you for catching up with the News 8 Daily 8. Make the most of your Thursday. I'm Drew Blair.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.